try and get that song.
Yeah, we just listened to Scatman on the loop for. There's a loop on YouTube for 10 hours, and we're about 7 minutes in.
We're so jacked up right now.
Scatman
John? The song's called "I'm a Scatman." If you don't know the song, listen to it, and then you'll remember you know this song.
I haven't heard the song since high school. I love the Scatman song. That's a great song.
Oh, it's so good.
Someone has to use that. I was just saying, someone has to use that as a walkout song. Scatman,
and we should get our lawyers involved, and
we will make the Scatman song our theme song. It's gonna happen.
So if you don't like that, you can
take us off YouTube. Nah, don't take us off YouTube.
Yes.
But yeah, what is scat? I didn't even know what Scatman was until about like a year ago. Like I didn't know that scat was like a jazz thing. I didn't know what scat was. I thought it was like something else.
I remember it was either me or my cousin Sid. We had it on cassette, and we would listen to it in the times when cassette was popular. So obviously we were like kids back then.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it so good.
That's a great song. Anyway, guys, welcome to the weigh-in. I'm Alec.
Yeah. I'm Sam.
I'm Sam. I caught him right in the middle of it. It's like when a waitress asks you how your food is and you have a mouthful of steak.
Oh, remember Crave? The cupcakes.
Oh yeah,
we're up in Aspen, and I'm eating.
We're having Crave cupcakes.
Yeah, so I got my mouth full and
everything. I had them today, actually. They're really good.
Really nice.
They're so good. I love Crave cupcakes.
And I was eating one, and I was just like hunched over, like being a dirtbag eating them. And then he points out the window. He's just like, "Oh my god, look at that!" Well, look at that gorgeous girl out there.
That's what I said.
I think that's the word he used.
Gorgeous.
Look at that gorgeous girl out there. And I looked up and I'm like, good. And my mouth was just filled and like icing like chocolate. This. And the lady looked right into my eyes and it's like,
and he had like chocolate covering her. It was pretty funny.
And yeah, it was pretty funny.
Anyway, guys, it's been a while since we've done an episode. We are just busy as hell with work. Yeah. I'm getting stomped with work and he's getting stomped with work, so we want to make this a weekly thing or times a week thing.
We're trying.
It's not like we don't want to do it. I've been aching to do it. Yeah, but we finally. So much stuff has happened. We haven't done one since the Amanda Nunes fight.
I know, and it's like the thing is,
time flies.
Every time we have free time, we usually use that time to like go see a movie or go do this or go to the fight.
Yeah,
our only free time is fight night or is
a
special night like John Wick next week on Thursday.
Yo, we got tickets for John Wick Chapter 2. Oh my god, that's what we were supposed to do too. Our most anticipated movies of the year.
I feel like we forgot.
Yeah, we just straight up forgot. We were gonna do our most anticipated. So what we're doing is this episode's called the Blender episode. So we're just gonna, in the sense of, we're just blending a bunch of topics and we're just gonna shoot the shit and talk about it.
Just get everything up to speed.
Yeah, catch up. There's so much that's happened.
But
we've already done a catch up episode, so we can't do it again.
One of our, I think that possibly got 500,000 views, probably exactly that.
I got to give a shout out really quick. One of our viewers named Doris asked when we were going to do another episode. So Doris, we're back. Sorry,
Doris,
it's been forever.
It's because of you that we rushed to get this one out.
I was dying to give you an episode, Doris, and we gave you one. And we hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Our cupcake talk. We hope you love. We hope you love this grade A talk here.
Grade A goodness.
Grade A goodness.
So we're gonna be mixing a bunch of stuff around today. So we're gonna talk in MMA, talk movies specifically.
Yeah,
there are some movies that we are gonna do. We're gonna do a couple quick reviews.
We've seen some movies so far in 2017 that we love, and
some that we think are dog poop or shit. Sorry, Doris.
Doris is watching, so we don't.
Doris is watching. Can I say shit?
You can say shit. I'm sure Doris is cool.
Doris
anyway,
is cool.
So what was I gonna say? Do you want to start with MMA? Because let's
do MMA first.
We're going to do some MMA talk.
Let's do MMA first because I think we were talking about that. Like when we do talk about the movie part, we're going to be putting a bit more detail into some of the reviews, especially one.
Yeah, we watched a great movie so far this year, so we're going to discuss that. So anyway, let's talk some MMA. Okay. What do you want to discuss first?
Sorry, what were you
I'm
saying?
all for anything that's happened.
I mean, like there is. I think Dana White said it. It's pretty much 99% now that Ronda Rousey's done.
Yes. So once again, we haven't done an episode since the Amanda Nunes preview with Ronda Rousey. I actually remember I picked Ronda Rousey. Man, I couldn't have been more wrong. Ronda Rousey is.
It was.
It looks like Dana. That was so hard to watch. Dana said, I guess, yeah, she is done, and I'm not shocked at all. I mean, I thought the second it happened, I'm like, that's it.
I remember when we were first talking about it, I said it was a pretty popular like opinion going around with a lot of people who watch MMA.
Yeah.
Was it all depends. If Ronda Rousey was, who the media made her out to be,
like she was some sort of
destroyer, and
Mike
she came
Tyson.
back like hard, and it was all about where her head was at.
Yeah.
As soon as she took the first punch,
she was dead.
I could tell, everybody could tell, no, she's done. She's like blocking like this. It looked like Batista's first fight.
Yeah, David Batista.
It was.
She looked like a mummy.
It was crazy. She didn't do anything right, and it wasn't because she doesn't know how. It's because she can't take that hit anymore.
Yeah, you know what it is too? I think she's such a talented judo player, and she won all of her fights with judo,
but she's taken a lot of hits by a lot of crazy people.
Yeah, and
she like pushed forward. She was aggressive. She was this. She was that.
Yeah, Holly destroyed.
That's why I'm 100% behind that. Is like Holly Holm, that kick to the face.
I'm gonna say this
ruined her soul, man.
And I'll say this too. Right now, she's not. I mean, look, she was the UFC champion. She did so much things for women's MMA.
Absolutely. Without her, there'd be no.
But seriously,
nothing.
When I think of, I don't think she's. And I'm not the only person. I don't think she's a real fighter.
Nope.
In the sense of. Michael Bisping has been knocked out by Dan Henderson. He's been knocked out by Vitor Belfort. Michael Bisping has lost a lot of fights.
He lost basically his eye to Vitor Belfort.
He lost his eye. He's fighting with one eye, but he just wants to fight. So he's even come back, and he overcame adversity, and he had to come back, the upset of the year against Luke Rockhold. And that's a real fighter, man. Say what you want about Bisping, you might not like his attitude, but man, he's a real fighter. Ronda Rousey is not a real fighter.
And we were talking about that because we said that about Silva. Silva shattered his leg.
And he wanted
First thing was he wanted to get back in the gym. He wanted to come back.
Yeah.
Even if he loses when he comes back, he wants to fight and he's ready to go. That's the sign of a warrior, of a real fighter. And it's not, I'm not talking shit about her at all. It's because it's just at that time, it's like she got pushed into it. Like she started and everything started going, everything started working, and it was kind of, and it was just, I think, a sham. The whole thing was a sham.
No, the media definitely built her, and like once again, a lot of my buddies who love MMA or my jiu-jitsu buddies, we all discussed it. We all just realized like she has a really good armbar and she has really good takedowns, and none of the girls can defend it. My belief was that a really good jiu-jitsu black belt would come in and eventually tap her or just avoid the armbar. I never thought that these two great strikers would come in and just kill her. I'm like, oh, I guess punching someone in the face works really well as well. So, no,
and it's like if you're good at it, like they're crazy good strike.
And Amanda's a black belt too. She's not going to get taken down or get worried about it. And she's throws. You okay?
Yeah, just perfect.
Oh God.
Internally, but the thing was, she. What was I going to say?
She sucks.
With the whole thing we were worried about is if she can get any of them in the clinch, that she would do that like wicked takedown from there.
Yeah, she just hip tosses.
But all these crazy girls like Holly Holm, which I mean, well, that's a different story. But for now, like Holly Holm, we don't know what's going on with her.
Yeah.
But her, Amanda Nunes, whatever like that, like she's trying to clinch them, and they're just Nunes just throwing her off and just bashing her.
Well, you have to work your way into a clinch, and she's just trying to reach out, and that's going to get you punched.
She's just getting clipped.
She's getting zombied, and then she's getting punched in the face. She's not. Well, I know her trainer sucks too. That Edmund, whatever. No one likes her. He's a horrible boxer. I mean, he's not a horrible. He's a good boxing coach, but he's not an MMA coach. His team has this insane losing record, and whatever. I don't think she should leave the camp. I think she should leave MMA. Could she come back honestly and beat a number 8 or a 7? Maybe like higher up, but she's never going to be a champion again. No. The thing with MMA, it's evolution.
Yeah, everybody's so different now.
There is it's a new game.
Everybody's evolved, like you were like evolution, like you were saying. Yeah. So like their top 10 guys.
Yeah,
their 9th place, 10th place guys are like their number 1s and 2s back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the game has changed completely. Like Amanda Nunes is a monster.
Man,
Shevchenko.
We got to talk about that. Let's go to that too, because so Ronda, I think she's done. We can agree. I don't, and I'm not going to miss her. I thought she was had a horrible attitude for the sport.
I didn't like her at all.
All of her fans, I didn't like them either because I thought they were bandwagon jumpers.
And everybody was like, "Oh, don't treat Ronda like that, And then somebody's posting this picture of like, I can't remember who it was, but somebody holding out their hand,
and it was Misha Tate.
I think so. And then she was just like walking past it. It's like,
no, she has a horrible attitude, and she doesn't. I mean, look, don't bully her. I don't want her to kill herself. No. But it's like, look, you reap what you sow, I guess, and you're. if you bully someone, you're not going to get a lot of love back. So
True.
horrible attitude. You're not going to act either because you're a horrible actress. Maybe just do that. Take some acting classes because everything I've seen from you is abysmal in terms of acting. Anyway, sorry, I've never liked her. I haven't liked her since day one.
You don't have to explain anything.
Yeah, but let's talk. So Amanda Nunes is incredible. I think she's a great ambassador for the sport.
I think she's awesome. She's
openly gay champion.
Openly gay champion, and she's that perfect combination of just like all smiles, happy in interviews, having a good time. But then in the ring, she's a monster.
She is savage. She's all of her performances like they have a real Mike Tyson right here who murks people.
Yeah.
And they weren't marketing her, so that's the stuff that kind of pissed me off about the whole situation.
And she even posted an apology to Ronda.
Yeah. Because she's a class act.
Because she was like,
my voice got all high.
she's a class act. She's a class act. Because she was, talking all that shit when it first happened.
Yeah, she was hyped. She just fought.
But right? she was making it clear. She's like, I was hyped at that time, and I had so much anger because I was the champ, and nobody was marketing me.
Well, Ronda was on the
nobody
poster.
was said anything. Yeah, it was all just Ronda Rousey. So she had every right to be pissed. I got nothing but love for her.
No, and this past weekend, Valentina Shevchenko fought Juliana Pena. And she beat her by armbar,
which is insane.
Because we were texting about when we were watching the fight, and I was like, "Oh, my Juliana." Everybody was saying this; it wasn't just me, but Juliana Pena should have the grappling advantage. She's a grinder, a ground and pounder. Valentina is a striker, and then Valentina from her guard armbarred her and
she took her down like a couple times.
Beautiful trips.
She was waiting for right off the clinch.
Oh, that knee! She just waits and then switches the body. Yeah. Beautiful.
She was great.
Valentina.
That's good. That'll be a insane fight.
Well, they fought before. I've never seen that fight, but I heard it was very, very close.
Yeah,
and it was a 3-rounder. Now they're going 5. Brendan Schaub picked Valentina. He thinks she's gonna win.
It's
That's a tough fight, man. I think this is a really competitive. I can see it going to a decision again. And Valentina's made of stone. She is so cut.
The thing with this fight, it's the perfect fight because she's coming up and she's a monster and she wants that win.
Number 1 contender.
But Nunes has the title and she wants to keep it. She's still hungry.
Oh yeah, she's a lioness, man.
And that's why it's such a good fight because both of them are still so freaking hungry.
I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna probably pick Amanda. I know you are probably too.
I love Amanda.
Yeah,
and
I like Valentina too. I liked everybody in that division except for Ronda Rousey. Juliana Pena was a little crazy too. She was getting kind of nuts.
Hold on, keep talking.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna pull up the UFC stuff. So we can know who's next and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
Of course. Yeah, we got some awesome cards. Oh, tomorrow Dennis Bermudez is fighting the Korean Zombie. We're not gonna talk much about that. That whole card I really don't give a shit about. Sorry.
Wow.
Well, it's just I like Dennis Bermudez a lot. It's cool that Korean Zombie's coming back because he's been serving in the military for 2 years and he's coming back. I'm gonna pick Dennis Bermudez by decision though. I think he beats the living shit out of him. So Dennis Bermudez is a grinder, and it can come up any second, whenever it wants.
There we go. Where's the schedule?
I know Felice Herring is fighting on there too. I don't even know who she's fighting. That's a good fight. Derek Lewis versus... That's February 19th. Travis Brown. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast.
This is the one I was talking about.
Oh, yeah. That's... Is that the next... Is that the very next... Oh, yeah. The next pay-per-view after Dennis Bermudez and Korean Zombie is the Holly Holm and Drain Durangamu?
Do you want me to open this one up?
Yeah, open that bad boy up really quick. Let's just discuss it really quick.
Hold on. I'm just going to see this first.
There's literally nothing on it.
Literally nothing?
I can promise you. You like any of those fights? Sorry, we're looking at the Korean Zombie card tomorrow.
No, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, told you.
There you go.
Sorry, UFC. Do you think they're pumping up too much, or do they have too many fighters? Do you think that it's hard to care for some of these fight cards? That's kind of what I feel. As much as I love MMA, because when we first started watching it, there was 5 fighters.
Ooh, I totally forgot about this one.
Yeah, so the Holly Holm and Drain.
Okay, let's talk about this one. Just a little bit.
Oh yeah, so on the Holly Holm fight, 2000 UFC 208. Do you want? Yeah, that fight got canceled.
Yeah.
Ian McCall is off the card again. That guy can't. Uncle Creepy can't buy a fight.
It's either he's sick, the other person's sick, he's injured, the other person's injured.
I think he's just gonna retire without fighting. To be honest, I don't want him to, but I hope he gets a fight soon.
Yeah.
Let's go right to the Man, they're giving. Okay, I'm gonna go to the freaking. Oh, Glover Teixeira is fighting a guy. I don't know who. Do you know who that dude is? So let's not talk about that. The Killer Gorilla. That's a pretty cool nickname.
All right. Well,
Glover DeSara's fighting the Killer the Gorilla.
This is just... I mean, I don't like...
This is the one I wanted to talk about.
I don't like Tim Bosch.
See, I love Tim Bosch.
We were talking
awesome.
about this. I don't like him, but I'm terrified for him on this one.
Tim Bosch is fighting Jacare Souza. I don't know why. I think they just want to give Jacare a fight because Michael Bisping's going to be fighting Yoel and Michael's, I think, having knee surgery.
Give him a snack.
So they're giving him Tim Bosch. Look, man, that's... I don't know why they're doing this to Tim Bosch. I really like Tim Bosch, but I'm cheering for him. I've always just liked Tim Bosch because he seems like a cool guy. He seems like a wholesome dude. I remember like his countdown show before I fought Hector Lombard. He would have a metal detector in his backyard and he would look for treasure with his kid. He was just like a dorky dad. So I like him, and he's really, really strong and a good wrestler. But Jacare Souza is, I mean, it's hard to pick against that.
I'm gonna go with Jacare on this one.
Yeah, me too. Damn it. Next fight is Anderson Silva and Derek Brunson. Anderson Silva is in a must-win situation. He's 4 losses and 1 no contest in his last 5 fights.
Yeah.
He just came off of a loss to Daniel Cormier.
Mm-hmm.
That was UFC 200.
That was 24 hours notice.
Yeah, and Derek Brunson, he just lost to Robert Whittaker. He got knocked out. So this is a really good fight. I don't know who to pick in this one. I think Anderson Silva is gonna come back.
I think he's gonna do it.
Because this Derek Brunson is just a brawler. He throws heavy. He keeps his chin up in the air. I think Anderson can catch him. However, Derek might just decide to wrestle him. That's the biggest difference. Derek's a really decorated wrestler.
Huh.
I'm going to go for Anderson for the hell of it.
I'm going Anderson.
Yeah, I like Anderson. I respect him. He's a legend. So the Preacher's Daughter, that's my nickname, versus the Iron Lady, Jermaine Durandamy. God, that's what it was. I'm sorry, Jermaine. Man, Holly needs
leg
this win.
reach 0 inches, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like how they have leg reach and then they have the reaches. I didn't know who Jermaine Durandamy really was. I knew she was a kickboxer. I didn't know how badass she really was. We saw there's like a knockout of her like knocking this girl out against the cage with like an overhand right while the girl's on her knees, and it's one of the most brutal knockouts I've ever seen. I'm gonna go for Holly Holm though.
I want Holly Holm.
I want her to win. I don't want her to lose 3 in a row
because I don't want her career to be like that. Number one. That one hitter stunner thing.
One hitter quitter or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. A one hit wonder, I think is the word you're looking for. One hit wonder.
No, I like mine better.
All right.
I'll take the one that doesn't make sense. Thank you. So yeah, I want Holly Holm to win because I just don't want her to be like the girl that knocked out Ronda and then that's it. It's
weird how crazy the game can change. She was on the top of the world after killing Ronda Rousey, and then Miesha Tate chokes her out. Then she loses. Granted, she lost a decision to Valentina Shevchenko. They went to a decision. Valentina took out Juliana Pena within 2 rounds. So Holly's still very tough.
I want her to be.
I'm gonna go for Holly. Here's what I think might happen. I think Holly might take her down. Because Jermaine is not good on the ground at all.
Okay.
Like she's a primary kickboxer. Like she can bang.
Yeah.
However, we'll see. I'm gonna go for Holly. I'm gonna say submission. I'm gonna go crazy. Whoa. Yeah, I know it's weird. I'm going weird.
Wow.
Well, this girl is not good on the ground. I've heard nothing but horrible things. She can bang though. She's like 46-0 in kickboxing. Oof. Like she's 6-3 in MMA, obviously because of the submissions and I think the ground game. But yeah, that's a good fight. I'm excited. It's kind of crazy. 2 losses in a row, getting a title shot.
Well, it's a new division.
It's a new division, and Cyborg is in trouble, which we don't need to talk about. So
yeah.
Anyway, wanted to go to another fight card really quick, or are we just gonna? That's gonna be good.
What's after that one?
I think it's a good one.
No, Travis Brown.
Oh, Derek Lewis.
This isn't it for a while.
Yeah, Woodley and Thompson too. We'll discuss that when it gets closer. I'm excited for that rematch. And
March 4th. We got a month to worry about that.
209 is the biggest card of the year for right now. We got Nurmagomedov and Ferguson. I'm like clicking my bottle right into the mic. Overeem, Mark Hunt. Come on, man. Your favorite Todd Duffy.
Oh,
Lando Venata. I love Lando Venata. That guy is incredible. So yeah, any more MMA talk you really want to discuss? Chael Sonnen, sorry.
No.
We don't need to talk about Chael.
Nothing happened.
That fight wasn't a fix, by the way, guys. It was a real fight. Come on. I've seen lots of high-level grappling exchanges. It was just a high-level grappling exchange, and Tito's strong as hell. He got his back. Chael's still the man, though. I don't care. Win or loss.
Nothing really, no.
No? Want to do a little movie talk now?
Yeah, let's do movies.
So we're now going from MMA into some movie talk, and do you want to go to the 3 movies we've seen?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to...
So we'll separate this because we're... Not separated, sorry. Like, we're going to be doing our most anticipated movies of the year. So
Yes.
what we'll do is we'll just kind of talk about these 3 movies.
Yeah, we saw
Keep
3...
it simple.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
We saw 3 movies in a weekend.
Yeah.
And it was an awesome weekend. It was great. Do you want to discuss the first one we saw, or do you want to go to the...
Let's go from shit to great.
Okay, so we'll start from shit to great. So we saw a shitty movie called XXX, Return of Xander Cage. The best part of that movie was Ice Cube and Michael Bisping and Donnie Yen.
Yeah. Like, the reasons I wanted to go see that movie was to support my man Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Michael Bisping in a movie.
He was really good for an MMA fighter.
What he needed to do in that movie.
Compared to Ronda Rousey in Fast 7 was like Oscar-worthy performance.
Like, he was pretty great in that movie. I enjoyed him. Donnie Yen is always, I mean, he's never
badass.
It's all good.
And
Ice Cube was dope.
Dude, the Ice Cube part was the best part of the movie. It's easily, but to be the best part of that movie is
it's not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all.
I'm going to tell you this right now. You know me.
Yeah.
Me and you like some pretty shitty movies.
Yeah, I got some guilty movie pleasures.
Exactly. And there's some movies in there that are just like, complete dog shit. But we love them.
Yeah.
This movie is one of those movies that's complete dog shit, and I hate it.
I never want to see this movie ever again. I wanted my money back immediately. The story was stupid. It made no sense. It was so cheesy. I hate how within the first 5 minutes, Triple X has an orgy with all these girls from like another girl he had sex with. It's so stupid. He wears this jacket that like is ridiculous. That looks like a lion's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
I don't know,
dude.
I'm gonna say something right now. I'm on the verge of not liking Vin Diesel all that much.
We only got one Fast and the Furious left.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just don't. Oh man, he's great as Groot. But, like, I don't know, these movies, like, I never saw Last Witch Hunter. All this stuff he's...
I did.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell you this right now.
I bet it's better than Triple X, too.
That's what I was going to say. Last Witch Hunter wipes its ass with Triple X, which is crazy to say.
And here's a weird thing. I like the first Triple X.
Yeah,
like, I watched
it. It was decent. And I told you the second one, I really like it. It's completely different than...
The Ice Cube one you're talking about. Sorry,
it's completely different than
I'm saying Triple X 2, but this is the third one.
It's like kind of... I don't know. It's like Ice Cube. It's not... he's not going to be doing this motocross shit.
Yeah, with skateboarding.
Skiing in jungles.
He's just so dumb.
He's just murking.
So dumb. Anyway, yeah, if you want to turn your... I turned my brain off for this movie, and it still got to it and hurt it.
No, it found my brain. I got brain damage.
Yeah, it gave me like a little nerve, like digging the scalpel into my brain. Go to hell, Vin Diesel. Anyway, they will not be making a number 3. This movie bombed apparently too. So, or sorry, a number 4. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Let's go to the middle then. For you. So I actually saw this film.
I was going to. Things didn't work out. The whole plan was to see 3 movies over the weekend.
Yes, but I knew yes.
Yeah. So this one I didn't make it to, but I'm not going to say I didn't miss much.
No.
But...
Well, I saw the movie The Founder with Michael Keaton, and the reason I really wanted to see this was because Michael Keaton's one of my 3 favorite actors working today. He's still my favorite Batman of all time. I'll always have love for him. I love Beetlejuice. It's one of the movies I grew up with. We all love Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So I saw The Founder, and it's kind of been like this renaissance of Michael Keaton, and I heard this has a really high score on Rotten, and if you were to ask me my score out of 5, I'd give it a positive view. I just wasn't that moved. For those of you who don't know anything about the movie, I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but it is about the guy who found McDonald's and his journey to creating it. And basically, what you learn is he's a piece of shit. And what the thing is for me, though, maybe minor spoiler alert, what he does is kind of what I think a skeezy businessman would do.
Yeah.
Like, he screwed a lot of people over. That's what to be that psychotic and to want to be that rich, it's kind of a sickness, and what he did was gross. Did it make me look at McDonald's any different? No. If anything, it made McDonald's look delicious, and the burgers looked so good in the movie.
Oh, because that's when they're making them fresh.
Dude, yeah, exactly. They're making it fresh, and dude, fresh McDonald's, like I don't eat McDonald's all the time, but when it's fresh, like when you have a double quarter pounder of cheese and they just made it, it is incredible.
Yeah, we should go to McDonald's.
Yes. So I watched it. His performance is great. He's awesome at playing this founder. He's Michael Keaton, though. Like, I still love Michael Keaton, but what's awesome about Michael Keaton is he's so good at being Michael Keaton. So anyway, if you were to ask me if I could recommend it to you, yeah, go watch it. But it's not.
That's the thing.
It's cool to see where it came from, McDonald's, because McDonald's is so ingrained in our lives now. Like, where did it start, right?
Like I said, I haven't seen it, but like my take on it is what I thought it was going to be was I mean, you can't really. It's not like it's gonna be a crazy movie like Lethal Weapon or like the other movie we saw.
Yeah.
It's not, because it's an actual story that happened.
I really wanted him to punch some people in the movie. I said, come on, Michael Keaton, punch, because like
just nothing, because it's a true story. Like you can't make it crazier than it is. You know what I mean?
And somebody told, one of the reviews I read said you'll never look at McDonald's the same again, and I'm like, no, I still do.
It's all good.
I guarantee you, if you take maybe Walmart,
they have Score McFlurries now.
They have Score McFlurries. Oh,
yeah, they got in trouble for it because it contains almonds, and so now it's not a peanut-free zone.
Oh.
Or not a peanut-free, but a nut-free zone.
What's up with McDonald's we were discussing McDonald's are trying to upgrade their shit. So like they got like bacon. Yeah, yeah, we could do that. Well, they got like bacon Big Macs, and they got that double or like the quarter pounder Big Mac because they're trying to up their game to try to sell to people.
Yeah, it's called the Grand Mac.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's great about McDonald's though? And look, I don't eat McDonald's. Oh, I get really bad diarrhea from it sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, what's great about it is how simple it is, and you see it in the movie how quick. It's really brilliant. What it goes behind the scenes of McDonald's and the speedy way they do things.
You don't really think about it, but like you were saying, like McDonald's, like they started all that. You know, like
eat out of your bag, go home and eat your food. You don't have to eat at a drive-through.
The line,
the speedy line or whatever.
There's a word.
The speedy system, or that's what they call it.
Assembly line.
Assembly line. Yeah. They called it in the movie the speedy something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The speedy,
so they're the ones that like started that assembly line thing for like burgers.
It's brilliant.
So like bread, this guy does the meat, this guy does the sauce, this guy does the lettuce.
Yeah, they have one job, like salt the fries,
and,
you know.
And that's the thing, you don't really think about it, but they're the ones that started it.
Yeah, exactly. So it goes into that. So, I mean, if you want to see that, and then you see how this guy's a scumbag, it is very informative. Ultimately, I'm still going to be eating McDonald's periodically, so whatever. Great job, Michael Keaton, though. But, you know, people were thinking there was going to be some Oscar talks for Michael Keaton in this film. No, like he was good. He was better in Birdman and
Herbie Fully Loaded.
No. What's the movie with the pedophiles?
Batman Returns.
No, Spotlight?
Yeah.
Is it Spotlight? Yeah. The pedophile movie. Anyway, he's great in that. So now we're going to get to greatness.
Yes.
And the movie we saw was, go ahead, Sammer. That was great. What was the name of the movie? Split.
It was Split.
We saw the movie Split. M. Night Shyamalan Split. And if you were to ask me, hey, Alec, do you think M. Night Shyamalan's going to make a better movie than a Michael Keaton-led film? I would have said yes.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
If 3 years ago you asked me, what do you think of M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
I'd puke in your face.
Yeah.
But now...
You know, to me, it doesn't change the other crappy movies he did, but he made a great
He made
film.
some shit movies, sure, but...
The Happening? Oh, my God.
But once I saw The Visit, I was like, okay,
he's back.
He's starting to come back. Because I really liked The Visit. I thought it was cool, really different.
It was really good. But the biggest thing for me was it wasn't a pile of shit.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't shitty. So
Yeah.
that's good. So it's coming up. And then we saw Split. Now Split. Okay,
so no spoiler alert just yet. We
might do some spoilers. We haven't decided. If we get too jacked up, there will be spoilers.
Yeah.
We'll say it, though.
Okay.
So the thing was, to me, this movie was a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
And then the ending happened.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when the ending happened...
So spoilers. We're just going to say spoilers.
No. Yeah. Well, not yet. But there will
It's
be
an M. Night Shyamalan movie, so you should know there's a twist or a thing that happens.
Yeah. So this movie was a 9 out of 10. I loved it. I thought it was great. And then the ending happened, which just made my face come off.
Yeah. Well...
It was amazing after that.
I'll say this. I thought the movie... So I was watching the movie, and when it was about to end, I was like, this is a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a good movie. This was... For me... I think a lot of people agree with me. It's a good movie behind an incredible performance by James McAvoy. Yeah. James McAvoy acted the living shit out of this movie.
It was
incredible performance.
It was like that. I think of this like when I talk about what's his name, Tom Hardy. Every time Tom Hardy plays a character, it doesn't seem like Tom Hardy. It's just he's that person.
He's got lost.
He's that person. Same with James McAvoy. Yeah. It's not a spoiler to know that he has 23 personalities.
It's in the poster.
And the 24th one is coming, which is the Beast. When you see these different personalities, they're completely different. The voice is completely different. The mannerisms is completely different. The face. Somehow he makes his face completely different.
His face changes from character to character.
It is insane. So watch it just for his performance alone, then the story is incredible. It's good.
Yeah.
Like, it's fresh. It's something different. You know?
I will say this. This is what was kind of nerve-wracking me about the movie. And I was in the movie the entire time. The whole time I was like, what is going on? Like, what's going to happen? I'm freaking out. I was on the edge of my seat because you knew something was going to happen. So I was watching it, and I was like, it seems like within the realm of reality.
Yeah.
Then it kind of starts going. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, I don't know, like where this is going. I think, and then once the thing happens, I'm like, that's one of the most bold things I've ever seen. I literally got an electrical shock in my body. I don't think I'm overhyping it. I really was blown away, and great work.
I talked to this is the thing, because I talked to people. Some of the people were lucky enough to not get to get the ending. Mm-hmm. Some people didn't get it, but they loved the movie. They're just like, I didn't really understand what happened at the end. Why was this person in it? And then and I was
you're like so on the edge of spoilers, Sam. You're like, we're just saying spoiler alert.
Okay,
I'm gonna say it.
Spoiler alert.
Because in my opinion, some people will think that's a spoiler. What you just said. So
a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So what happens is
we're spoiling right now.
Okay. So
you're like, and then this happens, but it's not as. I think it's funny.
So what happens is James McAvoy kidnaps the girls.
We're just gonna tell.
Yeah,
go ahead.
He kidnaps the girls.
If you haven't seen it by now, screw you. I don't care. And it's all over online too. People have probably
exactly. So
we saw it opening night, so we didn't have to hear with spoiler bullshit. People are going nuts on it.
I love that, man. I loved seeing that movie opening night,
and it was sold out. That movie's making some cash, dude.
I love it, and the budget wasn't a big deal.
No,
so like so much money.
So sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So he kidnaps these girls, puts them in this room, and they're supposed to be taken care of, because they're going to be food for what's called the Beast.
It's the 24th personality.
Yeah, the 24th personality is
James
coming. That's the whole movie, that this 24th personality is coming. And so
I was like, what's going to happen with this?
So you see all these different, like all his different personalities.
Hedwig is my favorite. The little
Hedwig's
boy.
so good.
Yeah.
Even what's her name?
Oh, Mrs. something.
She was. I love that.
You talking about him or the therapist?
No, like when he's the girl.
When he's the chick, yeah.
Yeah. That was great. Everything was so good, and you see this, and he's like has to deal with his therapist at the same time while he has these girls.
And she knows damn well that he has this multiple personality thing. So it's pretty crazy.
And then at the end.
So basically, what happens is the 24th personality comes out, and I was kind of like,
and it's the Beast.
It is the Beast. He essentially hulks out.
Exactly, but it's not at the beginning. It's not like a super crazy way.
He's just really kind of fat. He's athletic.
He's very athletic. He's kind of very vascular. Like he's popping out. He's not like he doesn't like go up to like 8 feet tall or something.
If he turned into like a Hulk with like 20 feet
then
tall,
I would have been out.
I'm like, see you later. I'm out.
No, but it's just he just kind of gets like super vascular. Super
it's like
shredded.
Adrenaline's rushing through his body or something. Yeah.
Exactly. He's like sprinting.
So once again,
crazy.
Within the realm of personality, to where I'm not pissed off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if he turned into the Hulk, I'm like, okay,
no, that's it. It's over.
So yeah.
And he's doing this crazy stuff. He's
like running through a subway super fast, and you're like, whoa,
it's just sprinting. Like it's so fast. It's so awesome. He comes back. He's attacking people, killing people. Mm-hmm. All this stuff. And
he's eating
them
people
because he's the Beast now.
He has to eat. He wanted to feed on the girls.
Yeah.
These girls he captured, I guess he had to feast on them, apparently.
Yeah,
to get more power or something.
To fuel him.
To fuel him, yes. And that was dark, man.
Therapist gets killed.
He breaks her, like, spine with a bear hug.
Like this.
With a bear hug,
beautiful. Yeah. And there's this point where he crawls on the wall, and
that's when I was kind of like, don't do this.
He was like a bit iffy. I remember them saying like it doesn't explain it completely at all. No. But they're saying like because he's so strong, everything's so strong, he can grab little imperfections in the wall. And at that point, if you see the wall, there's like grooves in it, and it's not sheer.
Within the film, they also discuss how like with these multiple personalities, one form of one of these people can have diabetes.
Yeah, like
and then another form can't.
Everybody has like a different cellular.
So it was really cool within the film because when he was Hedwig, he was like a little boy. He was like a 12-year-old boy, and he was trying to open this door, and he was Hedwig, and he couldn't open it. Then when he turned, I think, to the character Dennis, who was like this bigger dude, he could open this door really easy that the girls were holding it. So it's really cool.
And when she hit him as Hedwig, he was just like, ow. And he couldn't fight her on this stuff. And
then
all this
he
stuff.
changed back to the bigger one. Yeah, it was really cool.
It's so cool. So cool. So at the end, the good girl gets away, how it always is. But watch her story. Her story, I loved it.
Oh, This is where I didn't know if I liked it. I hope it comes back in a relevant way, but it was kind of interesting because it explained her survival tactics.
Explain the survival tactics.
We're doing spoilers. She's a rape victim from her uncle. Her uncle was raping her. So there was a scene in the movie when he was he was about to take the one of the girls, and then she runs up to the girl to like hold her, and she's like, "Pee yourself."
Yeah.
And then I automatically was like, "What the hell was that?"
That's weird.
So I was like, then I kind of, because they're all high school kids, I assume maybe she like almost got like raped at a party or something. Yeah. So maybe she knew, but then it gets really dark.
Yeah,
so
really dark, and
I liked her. She's the girl from The Witch. She's great.
They had to do that because you remember, like, she points the gun at the uncle. She can't do it then.
Yes,
but then she's able to do it at the end with the beast.
You better shoot the beast, man.
You know that whole thing. Anyway, so she escapes. The beast escapes.
Yes,
because he doesn't attack her because he sees she was.
Imperfect
because she had all these scars and everything, so she was attacked as a child, so he knows she's not she's imperfect, but that makes her stronger.
Yes, they also had this thing within the movie, and I don't know if this was the same girls. He said that there was this part where, like, because he worked at a zoo, and apparently some girls ran up to him and like made him touch their boob.
Yeah,
I think it was those two girls. I don't know about that. I would have to watch the film again. But the two girls, there was three other girls. I think it was the two girls that were under. Maybe it was them, and maybe that's why he kidnapped them.
Maybe because they didn't seem to know him.
But like, if you're messing with someone, maybe you just don't remember. It's not like she's friends with them. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it again. But anyway, sorry. So the beast escapes.
So everybody's escaped. She's at with the police and all this stuff.
I want to see her again too. By the way.
And then all this happens, and you see he's. You find him, he's like in this abandoned apartment or something like that, and he's in the mirror or whatever, and he's looking, and he takes 3 shotgun shots
to like the stomach,
straight, like point blank.
Yeah.
And it breaks the skin, but it doesn't go through him.
No, it's so crazy.
Which is crazy, and you're like, holy shit. And then he's talking like in the 3 different personalities, look what we can do, look, now they have to believe us, have to believe us. They're calling themselves...
And he's talking to like mirrors and stuff. There's like a mirror, and there's like a little the Hedwig here, and then the mom,
and the face is changing.
There.
I'm telling you, the performance is crazy.
So good, A+ performance from James.
And then you see he's saying like, they'll know us now. They have to believe in us now. And did he call himself? Did he mention the word the Horde?
They call themselves the Horde.
They call themselves the Horde.
We call ourselves the Horde. Which I automatically thought was an awesome comic book name.
Yes.
I was like, the Horde is so cool.
And then the press gets hold of it, and they're calling him the Horde. And then, before that, actually...
They're in a diner.
Before that...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It ends.
It says Split.
And
I was so pissed, dude. I was so pissed.
And we're just like, there's not a twist.
Like,
there's
what was
not
going
a crazy,
happening?
like, it's a great movie, amazing movie on
People
its own.
started leaving. People started leaving when it said Split. People started leaving. So anyway, we're sitting there.
And then the Split, the sign, the thing's over, and you start going into a diner. And there is a specific music playing, a specific
that was familiar,
track, which we didn't get. I'll be honest, we didn't get at that time. The real fans would have gotten this. Or people that watched it recently would have gotten this. We didn't get this part, but we got the ending at the same time, I believe.
So the news reporter said something. They found this guy called the Horde. He lived in a zoo and blah blah blah, and he kidnapped these girls. They're all like, one of them's okay, 2 of them got eaten. And then you're in a diner, and this random girl goes, "This kind of reminds me of that guy 15 years ago," and that was when I said.
15
years ago, right?
This guy in a wheelchair.
This guy in a wheelchair from 15 years ago.
And that's where we're both.
And I was like, I literally said it. I was like, Mr. Glass. And then it cuts right beside her, and then there's Bruce Willis, obviously the character from Unbreakable, and he goes, his name is Mr. Glass. And then she goes, what was his name? And he goes, Mr. Glass. And then I was like, oh, and I'm getting goosebumps right now when you're thinking about it, dude.
And
it was the same universe. It's in the Unbreakable universe. M. Night Shyamalan made his own M. Night Shyamalan universe.
And that's the whole thing. Like, that's the thing, is the movie was so great. It was so good. And then you start to realize it's a comic book movie. So there's walking on the walls, which was still done not crazily. Like, it wasn't out of control. The Beast wasn't out of control.
Yeah.
It fit perfectly with what Unbreakable was, which it was just a little bit more.
And also with what Unbreakable, it's essentially a Superman story. Like, this guy's Superman, and he's learning about his abilities. And it's not really realistic. So once you realize that it's in the Unbreakable universe, you're like, now it makes so much sense why it was grounded. Then it got a little crazier.
And it's a supervillain origin story, which we had origin. Well, there's organs in there, whatever.
It's in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah. But and then you find out that it's a supervillain
origin story, which I've never seen. Off the top of my head, I've never seen a supervillain origin story in this crazy independent. Well, it's M. Night Shyamalan, but this like cheap movie. It was insanely brilliant, and I am dying for an Unbreakable 3.
What happens in number 3? What's gonna happen?
I need the Horde to fight the Unbreakable guy, Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
I forget his name in the movie.
And we're not gonna go through. I think it's Dennis. No,
Dennis was the big guy of the Horde.
No, I think it's a D.
Is it Dunn? Is it Dunn something? I don't know.
Maybe
the dude from Unbreakable. Bruce Willis.
So what we're gonna do now is honestly, we can go through all the little stuffs of, back and forth or whatever on this movie and Unbreakable.
We've already basically
we've gone through. So what you need to do, watch the movie.
Yes. If we spoiled Split for you know what?
You know what? Watch Unbreakable first.
Yeah.
Watch Unbreakable first, and then you understand Mr. Glass and why the ending is so legit in Split.
Well, you know what it is, too, is you and I were discussing when the movie was done. We're like, how are we going to tell people who haven't watched Unbreakable to watch Unbreakable without spoiling this movie? And what I've been doing is been saying, like, oh, I like this new M. Night Shyamalan Split movie. And people are like, oh, it's really good. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's as good as Sixth Sense or Unbreakable. Have you seen those films? And then they go, yes. And then they're like, I'm like, well, this is, in my opinion, this is my third favorite of his films. So this is just as good as those ones. So
exactly.
Because Unbreakable is my favorite of his films.
That's the thing. You need to watch Unbreakable first, then watch Split. It'll make the ending to Split so much better.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the connections. There are a few connections. I'm going to say, I think they should Google it.
Yeah.
Just because they'll find them out on their own kind of thing.
When we were leaving out, he had to go to the bathroom and people were walking out and I was waiting for him and I heard people, they were like, was that the guy from Sixth Sense? So oh, it's the same Sixth Sense. And I'd be like, I had to interrupt some people talking. I'm like, no, it's not the same movie. So look, what was really bold about it was that M. Night thought, he said, I don't care if you haven't seen Unbreakable, I am making an Unbreakable sequel without telling you. And I thought it's incredibly bold. I've never heard of that happening before. It was so original. I loved it.
What we'll do, I'll tell them the one little fact about it is that when he aired it to critics and all that stuff to advanced screenings, he didn't have that Unbreakable ending in there.
That's probably why no one said anything about it.
He filmed it. He showed the movie. He presented it as just its own movie, where when it said the title Split, it was over, and everybody loved it. And then he didn't tell anybody about that ending, and then he added it in later.
I would have liked it with the Split ending, but with that Bruce Willis thing, man, for me, it just made it so much better.
The stratosphere after that.
It was so weird. No one can really shock me in terms of twists anymore. It's tough for me to get that crazy. And it's tough to, bring something new. But doing a sequel without telling anybody is so incredibly original. I have mad respect for M. Night. Please keep making great movies because I've always loved Signs. I've loved Unbreakable, Sixth Sense. I hate The Happening. I hate Lady in the Water.
Was
The Village was, I didn't hate it as much, but I didn't love it.
Come back, man. The Visit, then Split. I need the third.
Split.
I need the third one. I need the third
and
one.
And it's making so much money. So you know what? It's weird how they're gonna do it, but it's cool because now it's gonna be he could just do Unbreakable 3, I guess, or call it something else. I don't know, but I need to see
how they're gonna do it.
It's gonna be tough to shock us again, you bastard. But that was really cool. Anyway,
I think that's good.
That's good. So
we're
guys,
gonna be doing most anticipated movies of the year. We're obviously going to be doing a John Wick review.
We're
watching it on Thursday, the 9th.
The 9th, 7/10.
7/10. So we'll be doing that, and we'll be doing an Oscars episode.
Yes, we're going to be doing our Oscar picks. I just saw... Oh, this is what I want to talk about, too. 1 minute. I saw Moonlight, and... I saw La La Land too, and those are the two top choices for the ones. I liked one substantially more than the other, and if you want to know which one it is, you'll have to watch our Oscar picks episode.
Yes. Because by then I'll be watching more of these too.
If it was up to me, honestly, it'd be Hell or High Water or Hacksaw Ridge, but that's besides the point.
Yeah,
but I know that Moonlight or La La Land are going to win probably, so I have a pick between the two. Okay, guys, so do you have anything else to say? Okay, guys, thank you so much. We're sorry it's been such a long time since we've done another episode, but we love you all very much. We hope you enjoyed the episode, Doris. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe the video. We will see you guys really soon. Mwah.